Namaste, welcome everyone. I'm Karina. Thank you for being here practicing with me. Let's sit tall, allowing yourself to find ease in the support that you are choosing. And let your palms rest on your lap. Invite your eyelids to gently close. And take a moment to feel your body. And with the breathing cycles that you're taking, invite your body to feel relaxed and your mind to stay present and alert. Your physical body should feel elegant and tall, but not tense. So allow your shoulders to rest over the hips, the back of the skull to gently lengthen up as it comes from the bottom of the spine, creating length all the way up to the skies. And today in this seat, feel the natural rhythm of your breath and the centeredness of your present awareness. In the stillness and in the midst of this present mindful moment, allow yourself first to sense any tingling, any pulsing, anything that arises from the body, just as it is. Today we are going to practice this exercise that is meant to help us transform any hard situation. So today in this stillness and in this present moment, the invitation is to allow yourself to perhaps remind or see or sense or maybe think about a particular situation in your life when it's most difficult. It can be at work, perhaps with family, or any life situation. But let it come into your mind's eye and into your heart, the scene and the imagining of what is the most drawn difficulty that you face in this time. And as it arises, feel, sense, see, imagine yourself there as fully as you can. Be in the thick of the experience. How does your body feel when you are in the middle of it? Can you sense that? Can you perhaps see what you're saying? Who you are with? Picture, feel, and imagine. And now let it get to its peak, to its worst moment. All the things that you're caught up with, notice what it's like, how difficult it is, what everyone's doing, perhaps saying. And all of a sudden, in the midst of it, there's a knock at the door, or perhaps a bell ringing, or even if you're outside, there's someone who's coming. And at that moment, you say, "Excuse me," and you leave the situation entirely. You go to the door or you go to see who is coming. And as you're walking away from the situation, you see this amazing being, a being of tremendous compassion, and wonderful light and wisdom. It can be perhaps Jesus or Buddha or Mother Mary or any being that represents compassion and wisdom to you. And let it come to you and say, are you having a hard day? And you nod, yes, this is a tough one. And they say, okay, well, listen, let's try an experiment. You give me your body just for a little while, and I'm going to get into it, and you're going to become invisible. And I'm going to go into the situation and show you how I might handle the situation for you. So here is this Buddha or whoever it is that you chose, and they are now inside your body, and you follow them back into the thick of the difficulty. Notice how they handle it. What do they say or not say? What is the state of their body like in the middle of it? How do they respond? Let them show you how you could attempt at this difficulty. In finishing up, then they say, pardon me a moment. And they stand up and they start walking back to where you met them. So you follow them and they give you back your body, and you're standing again with this great being of wisdom. And before they leave, they reach into their pocket and they pull out a gift for you, a clear symbol of just what you need, and they put it in your hand. A gift to help you in these difficulties. And you accept the gift and you imagine what it could be. Hold it close. And if you cannot really picture what it is, hold it closer to the light so you can see it. And then before they leave you, they come close to you and they whisper into your ear a few words of advice. What is it that they tell you? You can know. And then you bow to them and you let yourself come back to this room. And as you bring your palms together, close to the heart center, you bring your gift and your understanding with you. Your compassion, your clarity, your wisdom, they come into your practice with you. Let's open with the Om sound, inhaling deeply through the nose. A big exhale through the mouth. Then breathing in again. Then connecting the head, the hands, the heart, the three together at the center. We bow for a moment. Releasing the palms. Slowly lift the head and open your eyes when you're ready. Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I'm moving to the mat so we can start. Take your props with you. And we'll start today for a moment lying on our backs. just a few simple exercises to start opening up. So come onto your back, take a moment, lying down if you need for a breath or two, just releasing your whole structure onto the mat. Notice any tingling, any areas that may be tight or held or constricted, just for information scanning the body. And take an inhalation, send your arms up and overhead, stretching the legs and the arms, just a regular, no formal stretching here, just extend the arms, one and the other, side to side, just for a little bit. And when you feel ready, bring your knees towards the chest and create gentle swinging motions. It can be in a circle, it can be just from side to side, a few times to start awakening the body. You can also create some circles with your feet, pointing and flexing if you want, or just moving them in a way that feels appropriate. And you can also do that with your knees a few times. You let your shoulders stay relaxed onto your mat. And if you want, you can reverse the movement of the legs. Good. Then I'm going to just let my feet both drop into the mat. And with a very gentle movement, we are going to activate our spine a little bit more. So I'm going to put my arms to the sides or a cactus shape if that feels better for you. And I'm going to let both my knees drop to one side and then slowly slide them up towards the elbow of that same side. And then I'm going to slide them back down and come back towards the base shape that we did, feet down. And then I'm going to let the knees drop and slide slowly towards the other way. So I'm trying to go as far up as I can with my knees, but if you just woke up and this is the first active practice that you're doing, they may not go too far and it's okay. So we go one way and then slowly returning towards the mat. If you can make the legs slide, that's better. I then put a blanket on top of my mat, so it's a little harder. But we are trying to do that movement to start creating more of a twist and activation in the spine. So let the knees come up and then back towards the end of the mat. And then again. And the breath is natural, but try to keep a calm rhythm. One more time. We go one side and up. Then the other side. Dropping the knees, letting the legs come all the way up. And back towards the neutral. Good. Placing the feet down on the mat again. I'm going to lace the fingers, bring the hands behind the skull. And again, a gentle movement for the spine, undulations, inhaling, pressing the elbows down, letting the spine start to arch more, like the cow pose, with the exhale, navel towards the nose, towards the spine, and the elbows in and lengthening the back of the neck. And then again, inhaling, opening up, exhaling slowly, starting to get a little deeper into your back body. Again, inhale, opening up the front, exhale. Good. In the next one, as you inhale and press down through the elbows, see if you can also send your chin up a little. So we create also a curve in the back of the head and the neck. And then we exhale, we lengthen, and we lift. One more like that. Inhaling. And exhale. Good. Then coming back down before we go into something else. We keep the hands behind the head and the elbows wide. And again, I'm going to try and slide on my mat. And just simply bring elbows towards one side. So I'm sliding on my mat towards one side and then coming back towards the neutral. Keeping the elbows down and the head down and sliding the other way. And then returning to center. Okay, let's go a couple more times. Sliding one way, so we open the body sideways and back to center. And then the other way. And back. Take one more like that. Again, my mat is not letting me slide a lot, but the idea is to try and slide one way and back. And then the other way. And back to center. Good. From there, release the arms. You can take one arm up overhead so you can roll over to that side and press up towards a seat. For the next seat, we are going to use a block, or it can be a pillow if you don't have a block. Anything that resembles a block works fine. And I'm going to use the block in the medium height. So instead of flat, the second one. And I'm going to try and sit there with both my shins outside. So I'm using what we usually call a Virasana shape, but this one is elevated and it has a little bit of extra space. If your knees are sensitive or there's something going on there and it's not possible to sit like this, just cross your legs and it's fine. For this one in particular, if you're taking this shape, I want you to try to keep the tops of your feet down on your mat with the toes pointing back and trying to ground through your shins, okay? Now try and keep your belly soft for now. And from here, first we're going to bring the arms in front, lace the fingers, press your palms away from you. Take one inhalation here, one exhale. Good, feel the spine tall, and then next inhalation, we bring the arms up, overhead. And with the exhale, try to push through the palms and the wrist and the index fingers. And if it's possible for you, bring the arms a little further back. So it's almost like if I want to make my arms pass my ears towards the wall behind me, okay? And usually we say bring the ribs in, so we are not popping the ribs. But today I'm going to say for now, for this one, let the upper portion of your torso widen and let the ribs go wide. And so it's a little bit of a back bend here. You can see it in my spine. So I'm letting that happen and I'm stretching the arms, inhaling deeply. And then with the exhale, bring those ribs in. So now it's more contained, less of a back bend. And keep sending the arms up and back. One more breath. And then exhale, release the arms. And now we are going to hold opposite elbows behind your back. If this is not possible, take a belt and you can bring the belt a little wider or a towel, or you can also go and hold your wrists instead of the elbows, okay? So from here, I'm just going to roll the shoulders back, let the shoulder blades move down the back, let the elbows move down towards the earth, take a deep inhalation through the nose, chin is off the chest as you exhale. One more breath like this. Good, and then you just switch the hand that is inside the elbow, put it outside, and then you switch, right? The one that was outside and moving it to the inside or the crease of the elbow. And again, inhaling, pulling those elbows down, exhale. Inhaling one more. And with the exhale, release. Good. Then last one here, we are going to send the arms out to the sides like a T letter. And I'm going to now turn my palms to face the back of the room. So they were facing down, now they are facing back. From there, I'm going to extend through the fingertips and send the arms as far back as I can until I lace my fingers behind the lower back. Again, the belt or the scarf can be of help, or a towel if you don't have anything like that and you need it. And from there, I'm going to try and again lengthen through the arms, extend the arms behind, let the chest lift, the sternum go up towards the skies, shoulder blades down, deep inhale, exhale, One more. Inhaling, keeping the neck soft. And with the exhale, release. Good. From here, we're going to take that block out and we're going to bring it to the side. And we are going to sit with your left shin in front and then the right leg is behind. So it looks like an S letter, right? And I'm mirroring you in case you're facing me. So left leg is in front, the right one is behind. And from here, we're going to just play a little game for more mobility in the hips and also the trunk. So I'm going to put my arms in front of me. I'm holding my elbows. And from here, we are going to inhale. Exhale to your left. Inhale. Exhale to the right. And again, inhale. You may not go too far, don't worry. Exhale. This is thoracic activation. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. One last. Exhale. Good. Now I'm going to stay here at the front and we are going to try and do a little game here. So I'm going to try and lift both my knees and sit back to the other side. And then again, up, both knees, and return. Okay, we are trying to keep the spine as tall as we can. Core is lifting from the bottom of the pelvic floor. Up, and to the other side. Up, and back. Again, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Don't worry if it doesn't look beautiful. It's just mobility and warming up. One more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Release that. Shake it a little. Let's get out of this. And I'm going to come to the hands and knees, the regular tabletop. Okay? Good. From here, I want you to try and dial your fingers just 1 millimeter or half an inch away from the midline of your mat. So your hands are a little bit open up. And from there, I'm going to move my knees a few inches behind the hips. Tuck your toes, make your feet be wide. And then from there, start pressing your mat away. Slowly, with my knees still bent, I'm going to push my hips up to send my sitting bones up towards the skies. And slowly, as I'm getting into this down dog, the first one, perhaps let your ribs or your trunk, your chest come towards your thighs. Just pushing a little bit to feel that opening there. And then start pedaling your feet one at a time. Or doing any movements that feel here that are helping you stretch and open up. So I'm moving my hips a little bit from side to side. I'm letting my torso come a little bit more descended towards the legs. You can swing a little or even bounce a little bit, bend the knees. So play a little bit here. And when you feel ready to find more stillness, pressing through the hands into the mat, toning the arms. Make space in your upper back, collarbones wide. Let the neck lengthen, the nape of your neck drop and the head be heavy. And we start activating the front muscles in your legs towards the backs a little bit more. And drawing the lower abdomen in and the ribs down towards your hips. Just stay in this posture for a breath or two. One more. Good, and then we'll slowly walk the hands back towards the feet. And we'll bring the feet a little bit narrower so they are more like hip distance apart. Bend the knees from here, drop your arms, and very slowly, one vertebra at a time, as we press the feet down, we'll come up. Your head should be the last thing to come up. And we come to standing Tadasana. Good. Okay, we are going to do this movement again a couple of times. First, we inhale, arms up. And we exhale. If you need, bend the knees. We come all the way down, opening the chest until we drop the trunk. Good. From here again, pressing through the feet. Let the body slowly come up, being rounded. We are trying to isolate like one vertebra at a time, stacking one over the other, returning to the standing position. And again, when you're ready, inhaling, arms up overhead. Exhaling, we fold. And slowly, when you're ready, again, pressing through the feet, round, one vertebra at a time. We come all the way back up. Good. Let's go from here. Inhaling, arms up overhead. Opening the chest, lengthen the spine. We come down, exhale, and walk your hands back towards downward facing dog. Good. This time from here, we are going to press into the left foot. Inhale your right leg up and back. Good. Slowly bring that right knee towards your chest. We are coming towards a plank, and I'm stopping there at the plank and lifting that knee up as much as I can. And then again, inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, right foot forward, left knee comes down, and we come towards the low lunge. I'm going to untuck my back toes, and I'm going to bring my hands on top of the right thigh here. And from here, I'm going to try and not create a back bend, but stay with my spine in less of a back bend, so straight. And from here, I'm going to inhale. And with the exhale, I'm going to push my front thigh and draw the navel and the ribs in. You may feel that there's more pulling there in that left side, which is what I want. So we are creating more opening there in the hip flexors. So we stay here. Another inhalation and exhale. Good. Inhale. And then with the exhale, release the arms. We're going to try and keep this action of bringing the ribs in. Inhaling, arms up overhead, so no back bend. And then exhale, put the hands down, back to downward facing dog. Good. From here, we inhale into plank, slowly, drawing the front body up. Exhaling to downward facing dog. And again, inhaling, plank pose. Exhaling to down dog. Good. We'll go into the second side, inhaling the left leg up and back. Good. Coming towards the plank, left knee comes towards the chest. I'm stopping there. Press the mat away. Draw that knee up. Lengthen. Back up, left leg. And then the left foot forward and the right knee comes down and we come back up. Good. From here, we are going to put again the hands on top of that left thigh. Inhale first and tuck the back toes. And exhale like the cat pose. Bring everything in, push your thigh away and feel that opening in the right hip flexor. Again, inhaling. Exhale. Last one. Good. Releasing the arms. Inhaling, arms up overhead, lengthening through the sacrum, drawing the front spine up, no back bend. And then we release. Left leg back, downward facing dog. Good. From here, we're going to inhale into plank. Then we'll take the knees down, then the chest and the chin, slowly sliding onto your mat, hands a little bit out of your mat. With fingertips, roll the shoulders back, draw the navel in, press through the tops of the feet, inhaling into cobra. Exhale, release. Same thing, inhale, shoulders back, shoulder blades down, draw the navel up, exhale. One more, inhale, exhale. Good, hands under the shoulders, tuck your toes, bend the knees, we go back up, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Toning the legs, sending the sitting bones up, relaxing the head. Good, second sequence, inhaling, right leg goes up, bend your right knee, opening that right knee towards the left. See if you can send your sacrum in, and then the left ribs more into your body. Drop the head here, one more breath. Then re-extend right leg, right foot forward, left knee down. We come back to where we were before. This time I'm going to inhale, come up. And with the exhale, I'm going to hook my thumbs, push through the palms and the hands up towards the ceiling. And then I'm going to let the hips drop forward. So now you see I'm letting my front knee come forward. And from there, I'm pulling up towards the skies and going a little further up and back. Keep drawing the navel in and up to the nose. One more breath. Good, then slowly returning, hands to the heart center. We'll add the left elbow to the right for a twist. Push the hands into one another, draw the belly in. Find that chest moving up towards the skies. An option here to lift the left knee and add the higher lunge. See if you can send your right hip towards the back of your mat. Lean back a little. Good, returning with the left knee back to center. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Second side, left leg goes up. Bend the left knee, opening that left knee towards the right side. Sacrum in, right ribs in. Push the mat away. And send that left knee as much as you can up and over the other side. Then we re-extend, left leg up and back. Left foot comes forward, right knee comes down again. Good. From here we come back up. This time I'm sending arms up, overhead, and I'm going to let my hips drop, hooking the thumbs. If you remember, put the opposite thumb, and we lengthen the sides. And this time we let that chest go a little further up and back. Breathing. One more breath. Then the palms come to the center. Good, we are adding the twist. Right elbow goes on top of the left knee or either side. And then we push the hands into each other. Draw the navel in, the chest up towards the ceiling. Lean back a little. Good, an option here to lift the right knee off the mat. Toning the inseam of that right leg, lifting it up towards the skies. One more breath. Then returning back to center and back to downward facing dog. Good, from here we inhale to plank. You can use again your knees and then the chest and the chin. If you want to come all the way down, we slide. And in this one, we are going to change it again a little. Tuck your toes, walk your toes towards your pelvis, and then bring your hands right in front of you so you can put your forehead there, okay? So first we take a few breaths here, pushing through the heels. Draw the navel in, sacrum long. Good, and then pushing through your forearms and through your palms. You're going to keep the toes tapped and push through the heels as well, sacrum long. And we are going to inhale and lift the chest. Keep pushing through the elbows. I know it's a wide It's a wide support, okay? So we press through the elbows, we lengthen the spine, we lift through the sternum, inhale. Exhale, stay. One more breath, inhale. Good, exhale, release the forehead, bring your hands under the shoulders, and we go back up, downward facing dog. Good, take a deep inhalation, big exhale. Good, bend the knees from there, gaze forward, step, hop, or jump to the top of your mat. Inhaling halfway, we lengthen. Exhaling, we fold. Inhaling, arms coming all the way up overhead. Exhaling to the center. And we release. Good, from here, I'm going to keep my feet hip distance apart. So it's going to be a little bit of a modified shape. So feet hip distance apart. And with the next inhalation, I'm going to go into the chair pose, Utkatasana. Now in this one that it's a little wide, what I'm going to try and do is to sit a little low on my sitting bones, like if I really have a stool and I want to sit there, I'm going to draw the belly up and open the chest. Stay here for a moment. Good, then we bring the hands towards the heart. And I'm going to hook my right elbow to the left knee, okay? And in this one, naturally, you'll see how your right knee goes forward. Let it go, it's fun. For now, we are going to let it be there. So just push the elbow into the outer side of your knee. Press the palms into one another, belly up, chest up. And then once you found stability here and you're pressing through the feet, see if you can gently bring that right knee a little further back. Just a touch maybe. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Good, inhaling back to center. Exhaling, we fold. Good, press through the feet. Inhale, arms up all the way. Back to standing. Good, we'll take the second side. I'm gonna switch. Good, from here again, feet parallel to each other, hip distance apart. Inhaling, Utkatasana. Sitting bones heavy, drawing the navel up, heart up towards the skies. Take a deep breath, see if you can go a little lower. Then hands to the center. Good, left elbow to the right. And we switch there, the sides, we are pressing the palms into one another, and I'm letting my left knee go a little forward, it's fine. Now see if you can sit a little lower, draw the belly up. Now the feet are firm. When you feel that, see if you can bring maybe 1 inch that left knee in. Keep the belly and the chest going up. It's fiery. One more breath. Then we inhale back to center. Exhale and fold. Full breath here. Then we press through the feet, inhaling, arms up overhead. And back to Tadasana. Release the arms, take a moment here. You can close your eyes and return to the breath. Now in the meditation, the exercise that I guided in the beginning, many times there is this question of, where is this being full of wisdom and clarity, where did it come from? And the understanding is that that being lives within you all along. And it's inside of you, that clarity, that compassion, that wisdom, and you can find it within you all along any time you need it. Anytime you need to return to that place, to that Buddha within yourself, you can go in and perhaps even recreate this exercise. What would this Buddha within me would say? How would this wisdom being approach this difficulty, this situation. So today we are practicing bringing up or bringing out from the inside that Buddha within, that being that is full of compassion, wisdom, and clarity in our lives. From here we inhale, arms overhead. We exhale and we fold. And we find down dog again, walking the feet and the hands. Taking a deep breath in and out here to settle the shape. And then we'll inhale, left leg goes up and back. Left foot comes forward. Keep the back heel over the toes. Squeeze the inner thighs. Draw the belly in and bring your arms parallel to the floor. Just for a moment here, toning the hips into the midline, drawing the front spine in, and then we come up. Good. From here, left hand will catch the right wrist, pull there, and then take that right side over to the left. Press into the front foot, lift from the inner arch up, draw that abdomen up towards the nose. Then we come back to center and releasing the hands down. Right hand stays over to the right side. Twist to your left. Roll the shoulders back. Send the left hip towards the back of your mat. Right heel back towards the end of the mat as well. And that left arm, we're going to use it to create some oiling or lubrication for the shoulder. So we take that left arm back and down. And up again. And two more like that. Back, down, and up. And one more. Good, and from there, bend that left elbow, bring the hand behind the skull, lean back, opening a little more. Send that left hip towards the back of the mat. Good, release, left hand down, back to downward facing dog. Inhaling to plank, lower, up dog or cobra, to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, a deep breath out, and then we go second side, right leg goes up and back, right foot comes forward, tone the inner legs, outer hip goes back, draw the abdomen in, arms parallel to the floor. See if you can send the right sitting bone towards the back of your mat. And then we come up. Good. See if you can bend the front knee a little more. And from there, we're going to use the right hand to catch the left wrist or forearm. Pull and go to the side. Feeling that opening on the second side. Then back to center, releasing both hands. Good, I'm going to put the left hand to the edge of the mat on the left and then twist to the right. Roll the shoulders back. Tone that right hip towards the back of the mat. Push the left heel towards that same side. Good, and then 3 times we create more opening in the shoulder joint, sending the arm back and down and up again. 2 more. Opening through the chest. Last one. And then bending that elbow, hand behind the skull, lean back, tone that right hip. Releasing, right hand down, back to downward facing dog. Inhaling to plank. Lower the way that feels appropriate for you. Inhaling, opening up. Exhaling to down dog. Deep breath in. Good. Bring your knees down and take a child's pose if you need to rest here. If you are okay in the downward facing dog, stay there for a few breaths. A little bit of a pause to mark the end of a journey before restarting a new one. And that gives us an opportunity to practice stillness again, bringing not only the body to pause, but also our thoughts, our nervous system, our breath. Bring softness in the face. Relax the shoulders if you're in the child's pose. Just a few more breaths. Good. Super. If you're in child's pose, slowly come up towards a seat. If you are in the downward facing dog, bring your knees down. And from the seat, we'll come up. And you may want to have a block close by. Maybe you don't want it. It's fine. We're going to kneel for a moment. And I'm going to start with mirroring you guys. We're going to take the right leg out to the side. It's extended. And I have my toes pointing forward. So from here, I'm first going to squeeze my glutes towards each other, send the sacrum down, lengthen the sides of the body. Inhale, arms up overhead. Beautiful. Lace the fingers and press the palms up towards the skies and stretch those sides again. Beautiful. Keep sending the sacrum down. And now we are going to let go of the arms. I'm going to put that right hand on top of the right thigh. Turn the left palm, extend there, and we slide over that right leg to create that gate pose that we call, to open the doors towards that wisdom, clarity, and compassion to ourselves. And we can practice it in the situations that are challenging us in this moment. See if you can create strength by connecting the hip bones towards the midline of your body, and from there lifting up. One more breath. Good, then slowly coming back. Release that right hand. We're going to switch it to the other side, bringing the right hand a little bit over the line of my shoulder, so it's not exactly underneath, a little bit forward. Keep the back foot pressing down, lift the inner thigh, squeeze the glutes again, send the right arm up and over towards the left. Good. There's an option here, maybe not for all of you, but some of you, I know you're there and you may want. You press through into that right foot and you bring the opposite leg in front and you take the side plank. Leaning back, lifting through the hips, long spine, sacrum long. Good, and slowly return with that underknee for support and push the floor away, the mat away to come back. Bring that right knee in. Good, deep breath in and release. Nice, let's go with the other side, extending the left leg. I'm pressing through the outer edge of that foot as much as I can. Squeeze those glutes towards the midline, lengthening the sides. We inhale, arms up. Again, lace the fingers, press the palms, extend, extend, extend there. Go draw the navel up to the nose. And then we exhale, releasing. We leave that left hand on top of the left thigh. Lift the underside of that leg. We turn the right palm up, inhaling. Exhaling, we come towards that gate pose. Keep the chest broad. Remember, the more we ground through the base, the roots, the more we can lift and create that opening. Last breath. Then we come back up. Good, and we add the extra side. So now I'm putting that right hand not exactly underneath the shoulder, a little further out. Keep the left foot pressing down. Again, squeeze through the sitting bones and the glutes into one another, opening up, and the opposite arm goes up and over. This is a very good place to be. If this feels already like it's enough for you today, bring the wisdom, the compassion, and the clarity of that being that is supporting you, guiding you, and showing you the way. It's inside of you. If you want to add the second part, then you bring the under leg up next to the other one for that side plank, lifting through the hips. One last breath. Then bring the under knee down, push the floor, coming back up. Good, and we bring both knees into one another. Sit back for a moment. And take a deep breath in and up. Good. Now again, I'm going to mirror you, and with this same seat, we are going to shift it a little. So I'm going to bring both my sitting bones towards the left, and I'm going to let my legs stay over to the right. So I have one leg over the other, and I usually play with having the upper shin rest on my arch in the opposite foot. Okay, so it will be your left foot supporting your right shin. Okay, if you're okay here, you can always add a blanket or a pillow underneath. It works perfectly fine if you need. Left hand behind you. Inhale, right arm up, and with the exhale, we twist to the left. Now it's okay that you're going to be leaning over to the left a little. It's completely normal. Just try to lift through the spine. Bring the chest and the belly towards the left. And then see if you can, keeping the chin off the chest, bring the chin towards your right shoulder. So it's not the one in the back, but the one on the front. Take a deep inhalation here. And exhale. The belly and the chest, they are still trying to move towards the back of your room. The chin stays at the front. Last one. Good, then returning back to center with the trunk. Let's bring the legs in front, shake a little, and we'll go to the other side. So now I have my right foot underneath, and the shin on my left leg is kind of resting on the arch, okay? More or less something like that. If not, you just put one leg over the other, and if you have the pillow or the blanket underneath, that works fine. From here, right hand behind, inhale the left arm up. Good, exhaling, we twist to the right. I'm holding hand to knee or shin or thigh, sorry, so I can grab from there and kind of like use it to pull a little bit more. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. And then with the exhale, we move the belly and the chest towards the right. This time you're going towards, again, the back of your room. And once you get there and you feel stable, relax the shoulders, bring the shoulder blades down, and then chin towards the front of your room or the left shoulder. Breathing in and out. One more breath. Good, and slowly coming back with the torso, re-extend the legs, shake them a little here. Good, and bring the soles of the feet together. Let them touch if you can. You can always add pillows again or blankets or blocks underneath. Hold your feet. And this time we're going to let the feet widen. It's like if you're opening the pages of a book. So you're opening the book and you're opening the soles of your feet towards the ceiling, trying to keep the outer edges of the feet touching. And I'm not going to push my knees down at all. What I'm trying to do is to create opening from my groins all the way to the inner knees. And it's like if my inner knees are shooting 2 lines out towards the sides of the room, okay? So I'm not pushing down, I'm pushing out, right? Or I'm trying to lengthen. And from there, I'm going to really find my sitting bones. It's like the heels of your body. And I'm going to lift the spine from there, rolling the shoulders back, drawing the navel up, soften the skin in the face. We take a few breaths. With the inner gaze moving into the spiritual heart, you can see the light shining there and showing you the gift that this wisdom being gave you. The gift that is there for you to use anytime that you're challenged, and the advice that this being whispered onto your ear to have to hold during challenging moments in your life. Then we'll slowly let go of the verticality of the spine and let the spine now round as we drop the torso over the legs. If you want to bring a support like I have here and put the forehead there and have extra support, you can do that. If you don't want, just let the torso drop. If you want, you can use your elbows to keep lengthening a little bit through the inner legs, or just let go of that, bowing in, releasing the natural gravity, helping the spine come down. One more breath. Then slowly returning to the seated posture, hands helping the knees come towards each other. Good, we'll come onto our mats, putting the feet down, torso down. Walk your shoulder blades in towards each other, almost like if you can want to squeeze them behind the heart. And from here, with the heels a tiny bit wider than your sitting bones, walk your fingertips to see if you can feel or sense where your heels are. And we have a few options here. We're going to lift into the bridge pose. You can use your upper arm bones and your elbows to push and help you lift from there. You can also hold your mat or just have your hands down onto the mat if that feels more natural or what you know more, okay? So from here, first I have the chest already open. I'm setting my feet down so I feel the groundedness of the roots. And when I'm ready, sending my sacrum in, activating glutes and outer hips, I'm going to start lifting up. I like to, after I do that first lift, wiggle my shoulder blades in a little more, send my shoulders down. And your choice, like I said, to hold your mat, to push into the mat with the elbows and support yourself with your hands, or bring the lace fingers behind the lower back. Good. Feel the action of the inner and outer feet onto the mat. Keep the knees firm, the outer hips lifting. Notice the wideness and the opening in the lungs. One more breath. Steadiness, clarity, and ease. Then slowly releasing the arms. Take your time to return to the mat. And take a moment, setting your body down, letting it rest. Good. You have the option to repeat this same shape one more time. If you are at home and you have the practice of the full wheel pose and you feel your body warm enough to bring the hands behind the shoulders and press up towards the wheel, you can do that. If you feel like you want to repeat the posture but you're a little tired, you can use your block. I'm going to show this one because this is yoga basic, so it's more appropriate. And you can use the block either flat or medium height, or the height that feels good for you, and put it underneath your sacrum and have a supportive shape here, okay? So either repeating the same one for a little bit more fire and opening, this is more restful, or the full wheel if you want to go all the way, okay? Stay there for a few breaths, I'll tell you until when. Last full breath, wherever you are at. And then either coming down or taking the prop out first to release, or coming down from your wheel pose. When you get back down, take a moment where you are, then put the soles of the feet together, knees wide again, like we did sitting. This time allowing for the sacrum and the lower back to reset. Your hands can come onto your belly, or you can raise the arms to the sides. Good. Then slowly bring the legs towards each other and hug both knees into the chest, swinging from side to side. Good. We are going to put the left foot down onto the mat, and we are going to extend the right leg up. You can make a basket with your fingers and hold the back of that leg. If you have a belt and you want to use it, it can be a good prop here to have. So I'm pressing the right thigh into the hands, extending through the leg. And if you want a little bit more opening in that calf, then you push a little more through the heel, and you even flex your toes a little more. That will activate and open up the back of the leg a little bit more intensely, okay? If you want to extend the left leg, you can do that. So the opposite leg on your mat, trying to keep it grounded. Keep pushing through the right heel, pressing the muscles towards the bones gently. Good. One more breath. And then instead of pressing with my muscles into the bones, I'm going to soften that a little. And with my hands, I'm going to just move them a little further up so I can bring that leg a little closer to the chest. It doesn't have to be extreme, just a little more. So we play with a little bit more mobility there, a different stretch for the muscles. And then I'm going to bend that knee and catch the foot for half a happy baby. So I'm bringing that right knee down, and I'm trying to push with my foot towards the ceiling. If that extended leg feels like it's too intense, you can bend the knee and put the foot on the mat. If you're okay here, you can keep the left leg extending as broadly as you can, and you can just keep trying to bring that right knee down. Take a few breaths. Good. One more breath here. Good, and now I'm going to switch it a little. Keeping that right knee bent, I'm going to now hold with my left hand to the outside of that right foot, okay? If you have the belt, it might be more beneficial or easier to hold. Just with the belt, you switch the hand and you hold with the left hand, okay? If you're able to do this, you go here with the hand, or you can also catch your shin. Either or. I'm going to press the leg up towards the skies first. I'm going to open my right arm towards the right side, and then I'm going to start bringing that right leg over to the left. I have the wall, so it's a little bit of a challenge, but you're going to try and bring that right leg over as far as it goes for you. And from here, once you get to the place where it feels like it's your edge, or the place where it's the end for you, see if you can wiggle the upper back to release both shoulders. Push through that right heel. If the leg extended feels like it's impossible or not for today, you bend the knee and you keep the knee closer to your abdomen, okay? And then I'm just trying to drop the right shoulder, chin to the right. If the neck feels okay, take a few breaths. Softening the skin in the face, relaxing the jaws and your tongue. Soften your eyes. Let them be a little bit heavier, soft on the inside. Good, and then slowly returning, bringing that leg back up, release it and extend it next to the left leg. Good, take a deep breath in and exhale. Good, then we are going to bring the left knee into the chest. Hug it in for a moment. You can keep the right foot on the mat or extend the leg. Good, and then we'll extend that leg up. Again, I'm making a basket with my hands to support the back of the leg, press the muscles towards the bones, and then I'm pushing through the heel, maybe flexing the toes, maybe not. And we are trying to now move the front muscles into the back of the leg, okay? A few breaths here. Right leg extended is heavy or foot on the floor. Good, then softening that pressure of the muscles into the bones. I'm bringing the leg a little closer. Maybe you can move the hands a little further if you want. It's not extreme, it's not super intense. I'm just adding a little bit more of a stretch there. And then bending the left knee, catch the outside of the foot for happy baby pose. Only on one side, extending the opposite leg or bending the knee if that feels more appropriate, okay? I'm trying to bring that right thigh down as much as I can, keeping the left knee towards the armpit, opening the chest. Last breath here, releasing, head. Good, then I'm going to switch hands or holding the belt if you have the belt on the other hand. Right hand to the outside of the left foot, extending the leg there if you can. If not, you keep it bent. And from here, left arm goes out to the side or cactus shape. And I'm going to bring that leg over to the other side. Once I get to the point where I feel it's enough, I like to wiggle a little so I can let my chest drop a little further down. I'm pushing through the heel. Belly and chest, they are trying to spin towards the back of your room or towards the left. And you can bring also the chin to the left or keep it at the center. Last breath here. Then returning to center. Bring that leg back up. You can hug that knee to the chest if you need. And send the left leg next to the right. Take a moment here to notice the body. Good. Okay, we are coming towards Shavasana, but it's always super beneficial for the body to get into some kind of inversion. So if you have a wall and you want to put your legs up the wall, that can be a super good way to create this cooling inversion in the body. You can also take the block and lying down on your mat just for a few breaths. I'll guide you. Put the block underneath the sacrum. And one at a time, as you wiggle the shoulders down, bring the legs up towards the ceiling. This is like a legs up the wall without the wall. If you have the space and the props and you're used to taking a shoulder stand and you want to take it here, please do. And take your time, don't rush. Whichever is the inversion that you're choosing, choose something that is appropriate for you. So the wall can be of help. Perhaps you have a sofa close to you, or even sending your legs up into your bed if you are down and in front of a bed. Yeah, then take a couple more breaths if you need there. And just for time reasons, I'm cutting it a little short, this, and then I'm bringing the feet down. If you were in the legs up, slowly take the block out to the side or the support you have. If you're choosing that you want to stay there longer, please do. For the purpose of the class, I'm going to come towards the Shavasana, so then you bring your legs out, release them. You can shake a little so you notice if you're holding anywhere in the legs. See if you can relax the shoulders down. Make your way into the resting posture. And I'll tell you, for the ones practicing with me live, when we are done.